The violence that has spread across London has now reportedly reached Birmingham in the middle of England. In several parts of the capital, groups of youths are clashing with police. Buildings and cars are again ablaze, it's being reported. It follows unrest over the weekend after a man was shot dead by police. For more, let's cross to RT's Ivor Bennett, who's in the British capital for us. Ivor, the events that are coming through seem to be getting from bad to worse that we're hearing throughout the evening. It does appear, doesn't it, that the violence is spreading throughout the UK tonight?
It does, yeah. We've just been getting reports this evening that there's violence in Birmingham, which is widely regarded as the UK's second city, or England's second city. That's in the Midlands, with riot police taking to the streets to try and contain looting, with several youths smashing shop windows, taking what they can in what's been branded copycat violence of the scenes going on in London. As for London, though, the police here are really braced for a night of violence because it's feared that the worst is still yet to come. It's, as you say, all evening been going from bad to worse. More and more violence and rioting springing up in various places, various locations all across the city that were previously unscathed, in particular the south of London, and it's just gone up a couple of notches since darkness fell about an hour or so ago. Rioters have been looting and taking to the streets and burning buildings in various locations across South London, from Clapham Junction in the southwest to Croydon and Bermondsey in the southeast, which is really quite a large area of London. This has all happened in the last couple of hours or so. In Clapham, people are looting, smashing shop windows, restaurants, bookmakers, grabbing what they can, TVs. They don't really care what they take. It seems they just want to cause as much damage as possible. In Croydon, the latest pictures I've seen there are of a huge building being set on fire. A whole corner of a block is up in flames, and in both cases there's no police around whatsoever. The police are saying that they're pretty stretched. The areas they are in, which is several areas throughout London, Lewisham in South London, Peckham, Hackney in North East London, they're finding it hard to control the situation there because of the number of spectators, in particular children, watching events and getting in the way of them doing their job and being robust on the necessary people. And so the acting commissioner, police commissioner Tim Godwin, has come out this evening and said, asking parents to get in touch with their children to try and keep them inside, and so the police can do their job. That's the plea from the police. But also they're saying they simply can't get on top of things as quickly as they would like, because it seems violence is just springing up just instantaneously at the same time as all across London. So they simply don't have the resources, so they're trying to deploy people as it happens.
Well, that seems to coincide with a couple of the reports I've been reading as well. People saying over the weekend in Brixton, for instance, Curry's electrical shop, people reporting, looking out from behind the curtains of their homes, reporting that the shop was being looted, dialling 999 for 2 hours or more, the police not getting there. Why haven't the police got a handle on it? Is it because of the scale of it, or what is the issue here?
Well, I think partly the scale, certainly. Just in the last hour, situations have gone from seemingly complete calm in places like Clapham to widespread looting, and no one feels safe, and it can turn into a seemingly like a war zone in just a matter of minutes, with buildings in Croydon going up in flames. So it's very hard to stay on top of things like that. And as for the rioters, they're staying ahead of the police, it's believed, by using private group messaging on their BlackBerry phones. Unlike Twitter, which is public, this is all private, so they're staying ahead of the police like that. And the police say that they're finding it very hard to cover all these situations at the same time, because there's places all over London. It's a very wide area that's affected now. Clapham, which is way in the southwest of London, to Hackney in the northeast. So it's really areas all over the city that are affected.
So it appears that social media, as you're saying, things like BlackBerries there, could be behind the way this is being coordinated.
That's believed to be the case. Yeah, it's not really social media. It's not in the public sphere. It's more coordinating people privately, but using telecommunications. And I think the police are trying to cooperate with BlackBerry to try and aid the situation there. But the police are making arrests. They've made at least 215 arrests today, but they are having to bus in more officers and bring them in, over 300 of them from 12 other forces around the country to try and deal with the situation. That's the scale of it. There's, I think, at the moment, the police are simply outnumbered by the rioters.
Well, talking of around the country, we had reports earlier on, let's just remind our viewers about that, of trouble as well tonight, not just in London, but further afield as well. Just bring us up to date on what we know about that.
Well, the latest is that in Birmingham, England's second city, that earlier this evening, before night fell actually, the reports were that looting was going on some of the main high streets there, and riot police were having to be deployed, much like is being seen in London. Not quite the same scale as what's happening in London, no buildings being torched there or vehicles yet, more just widespread looting. And this is the sort of thing that the police are referring to as copycat crime and violence, and people basically jumping on the bandwagon. Theresa May, the Home Secretary, cut short her holiday today to deal with the situation. She's been meeting with police chiefs. She's branded this sheer criminality. So they're saying that these youths and rioters are jumping on the bandwagon of a legitimate and genuine cause, which was Saturday night's peaceful protest in reaction to the fatal shooting of a man named Mark Duggan in Tottenham. They're jumping on the bandwagon to cause as much problems and wreak havoc as they can. And as I said, this was happening in broad daylight, which shows that people have complete disregard of being identified. The police have said they will be releasing photographs of the people they've caught on camera to try and track them down, and saying they will be arrested and punished for this. But it just shows that people have complete disregard for that. They don't care. They want to cause as much trouble as possible. And now, with darkness falling, it seems to be going from bad to worse, really. OK. Ivor Bennett, thanks very much for bringing us up to date, one of our team of correspondents in London tonight.